we have had our moment of silence, and now it is time to turn up the volume and review Ovidiu Anton's moment of silence for Romania. Oh, are you ready?
Let's do this!
This hate is burning my soul in the darkest nights. Feel the power in you. Take a moment of silence and fight for the truth. Fight for the truth.
So on a sober note, this song, of course, was written after the tragic events in a Bucharest nightclub that killed scores of people, so it has a very serious message, and it really resonated with the Romanian public at their national selection. I think a lot of us on the outside didn't get all of that until after the fact, so we were surprised when this won. But put in that context, I can see why it did very well. But putting that to the side, I want to know, what do you think of the song and its chances at Eurovision?
So, this is the second year in a row Romania have sent a song with a message, and Voltage, the message didn't really come across. They had to shoehorn a child at the end of the performance and be like, don't leave your children behind. You obviously can't quite replicate that with Moment of Silence, or I really hope that they don't. It's a very dramatic, over-the-top performance, and we're kind of missing that, I think, in bits of Eurovision this year. So I appreciate that, and I think Ovidiu is a good singer, but at the same time, it just doesn't really hit home. I can completely understand why it hit home for the Romanian public, but it's just sort of missing that killer drive for me that would really push it above some of the other more like dramatic songs. It's not 1944.
And we should clarify, the song itself isn't about the fire, but rather about like the corruption and the way it was dealt. Things that came after, basically. Ed?
I think that this year is just going to be a mega flashback to 2013. I think when Cesar won it's with the Romanian National Final with It's My Life, I was like, this is the worst song ever. And then it came to Eurovision and he did the performance and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Romania always does well. I was convinced they weren't going to qualify last year, and I think they qualified in like the top 5.
They have a perfect qualification record.
Yeah, they do, 100%. I think they definitely will qualify. The song, I think this genre does have its fans. I think it is, like Avantasia in Unser Song or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like people loved that, so I think this song will have its fans, and the performance is going to be crazy. So I think we're going to enjoy this one in the end.
Well, I don't think so.
Oh.
Not for me. I'm not one of his fans. No, it is good. It's about the message and stuff, and that is really good. But you are, native English speakers, and I guess you really, you really focus on the lyrics. But I'm not a native English speaker, and for me, it's about the voice, it's about the melody and the staging itself. The staging, they really made something out of it, so that is good. It's not my cup of tea. For me, it's really like the hi ho and the pirates.
Oh, that's my favourite.
It really reminds me of that, even though the message is totally different, but it reminds me of that. But that is good. His voice, it is pretty good. But the song itself, I'm just not feeling it at all. I really don't like it, and it's a shame because most of the Romanian songs, I really like them, I really love them, and especially like the Balkan Girls and Paula and Ovi.
Mandinga!
So much fun.
I really love all of them, but this one, it's like, this is, I think, the first time that Romania is in my bottom 5.
I love that you brought up Pirates of the Sea, because Romania, what they do well is they do that Romanian thing. You don't know what you're gonna get. It can be wild and crazy or totally sober. And I think this is just, it's in its own league in terms of, bam, this is crazy. They're like dressed up as warriors, and in the background you could even, Corpse Bride. It's like Tim Burton movie kind of traditional dress, and then there's some kind of Romanian samurai with his gym-honed abs out, playing with a sword. Obviously the idea of fighting for your rights, standing up against corruption, that idea is coming through, but they've done it in a very historical, high-fashion, editorial way. I really enjoy all of that, but musically, I'm just not feeling it. It's just, it's not doing it for me, but epic rock, as Ed points out, has its fans, so who knows?
Yeah. I prefer the sword fighting. I think it was Visionary Dream for Georgia when they were just dueling in the background. This is sort of a bit weird, like, okay, I get that he's like, is he fighting the corruption or what's he doing really? It's just not really there. And I think that if they're trying to make it a really serious thing, it runs the risk of being too gimmicky, I think.
Oh, you can't get too gimmicky.
Well, no, Romania have proven they cannot get too gimmicky. But...
Yeah.
And you know, Moldova, Christina Scarlett, when I was watching this, I was thinking, ooh, this is either going to make it or it's going to finish last. But I think Romania has a much more, a stronger diaspora, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
they're not going to have the Christina Scarlett effect. In any event, let's go around scores and predictions.
So I am giving this a 5.5. Yeah, I appreciate the drama, I appreciate the message, I just don't think that it's the best kind of thing that we're going to see this year.
Vocally, Ovidiu does it right. I think that he can't be faulted. He's got the power. He's got an interesting look. The staging is already very good for what was a relatively small stage compared to Eurovision. So this on an even more epic stage could be amazing. That said, I gave this a 2.5. And I know that's low, but I evaluated this weeks ago and I wasn't thinking straight. I can't. It's too late to change my score. I think I would have put a little higher because thinking about it, they will do a great job on the actual Eurovision stage. In any event.
Yeah, I'm certain this is going to be a wow, even if the song isn't everyone's cup of tea. So I give a 7.
I'm going to give a 3. I said I don't like it at all, but I do think that it will qualify, but it's mainly because it's Romania. I think if it was another country like Moldova or something, it wouldn't have a chance.
Yeah.
So no, for me it's just bad. Sorry.
There are 40 Wiwi jurors across the world, but we only have room for 4 on this stage. And the average across all of them, across all those borders, all those ages and nationalities, is 4.41. Too harsh?
No.
Maybe a little, but I can see why.
It's divisive.
It is very divisive.
Yeah.
But Denise, you have a good point about this. Divisive isn't necessarily bad, and why is that? Oh, because the high and the low. Some people love it and some people hate it.
Well, it's because some people really love it and some people absolutely hate it. So it's not like it's in between. And that's what you need. In Eurovision, you need people to vote for you. And people who think, oh, it's pretty okay, they won't vote. So that's good for him.
Yeah, let the haters hate. You
Yeah.
can still be loved.
Yeah.
In any event, what do you think? Is 4.41 too low? Will this make the final? Are you observing a moment of silence for Ovidiu? You can let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Subscribe.
And like the video.
Whoop.
See you later.
Bye.